Let me tell you some of the ways that God's hand of protection was upon George Washington. Before he was born, his mom is sitting at a table. Lightning comes down the chimney, ricochets across the room, and kills the woman sitting next to her. Now, whether she was pregnant with George at the time is debatable, but either way, if she'd have been killed, George would not have been born. Then, at 16, while on a surveying trip, he's sleeping on straw by a campfire. Wind comes up, the straw catches on fire just before it starts to burn George's hair. He's awakened by one of the other men. At 19, he follows his brother Lawrence down to Barbados as Lawrence had a pulmonary issue. While there, George contracted the deadly disease of smallpox. But after 3 weeks of fever, George recovered. And then, as leader of the Continental Army and a smallpox epidemic broke out, guess who was immune because he'd had it as a teenager? Then on a military expedition with an Indian guide, the Indian guide turns around, levels his rifle, shoots, and misses George. George is crossing the frozen Allegheny River. His raft breaks up. He's swept downstream. Big chunks of ice floating all around that could easily crash his skull. He ends up on a sandbar in the middle of the river at night, freezing cold, wet, no fire. And George survives that freezing night and the next day walks right into a trading camp or trading post owned by Mr. Fraser.